Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Thursday, March 31st, 2022, and my name's Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So if you're back, welcome, and thank you for tuning in week after week. And if you're new, thank you for watching and welcome to my videos. I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 20 years now, and this is my full-time job. So watching my video is helpful to my business. So thank you very much. And I swear I've made my camera not crooked before I started. So thank you for watching. If you comment on the video, that helps me as well on YouTube and Facebook. So thank you for that. And I see lots of people here this morning. Pam was the first one to say hi. Hello, Pam. Jackie, Linda, hello. Hey, Jean in North Dakota. Wendy, good morning. Hey, Pam, thanks for sharing. And Jean, good morning, Shannon. Tammy and Debbie and Cindy, and thanks for sharing, Cindy. All right, so when you watch this video, if you will make a comment on YouTube or Facebook, you will get entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today. And I will be using the Flowers of Friendship bundle. So it's a punch and a stamp set, and I'll talk more about those when I start stamping. So you'll get a chance to win those. Hey, Hannah, good morning. And then, hey, Becky. If you share the video, that helps me as well. So you'll also be entered for that. So 2 times if you do both. But make sure you comment that you shared like Cindy just did, so that I will know to enter you that second time. Or actually, my awesome helper will know that. I'm going to check my YouTube stream because I just want to be sure we're working right over here. Let me see. It says it's live, but there are ads. Let me skip those. Okay, yes, we look good on YouTube, I think. Awesome. So yeah, so you can, by the way, you can comment, share, all that stuff on replay as well. Hey, Tammy, thank you. Okay. And Becky, good morning. All right, so let me see. I'm going to jump in and let you know about what I have going on. Like I said, this is my full-time business, so I offer lots of events that anyone can take in the United States to go. Some of my events are offered in person and locally here, obviously, in Midlothian, Texas. So I'm going to share a screen here. All of my events that I offer are going to include a PDF tutorial. We're going to cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything we possibly can for you that you stamp and assemble at home. And my monthly classes that happen every single month are offered in person to go, and where you can check out the supplies from me and stamp at home. Hey, Pam on Pamela Lynn on YouTube. Thank you for watching for your first time. Okay, so that's about my classes and about the monthly classes. So the monthly classes for April, tomorrow, April 1st, thank you, Stella. Let's give Stella a little shout out on, oops. Thank you, Stella. On the screen is what I was trying to say. The link will be emailed out tomorrow to sign up for these 4 classes. I have posted the links already in my private VIP group and sent it out to my on my private club groups. So some of you have this link and the rest of you will get it tomorrow if you're signed up for my emails, of course. And I'm looking at the camera because it looks blurry, but anyway, that's my iPad. So I don't know if that's it for everybody. These are card class, scrapbook class, stamp a stack class, and sampler class. They will happen on April 23rd for the month of April in person, or be mailed 2 days later, April 25th, if you take them to go, or you can pick them up after April 23rd if you don't want to pay shipping. You can also, again, attend in person or check out those supplies from my house to stamp at home, in your home, but with my supplies. So card, class, and scrapbook. Card will be Cactus Cuties bundle, super cute bundle from our mini catalog, which is still a current catalog. It's not, even though we demonstrators know what will be retiring from this book, it's not officially retiring yet. So Cactus Cuties is in this book, and that's the set, the bundle. I need to pick up something I dropped. That will be, we will be using for card class. 4 cards, $15 free with a $20 order. There is a host code you can order special to get that class for free. And then scrapbook class is the same pricing, 3 12 by 12 pages, $15 free with a $20 order. And that one is, we're going to make some feminine or Mother's Day pages, depending on how you want them to be, and then birthday pages. So we'll use flowering rain boots and party puffins and biggest wish for those. $15 free with a $20 order. There is a host code you can use to get that class for free as well. Hey, Robin. Hey, Mary Ann. Hey, Sandy. Is it stormy where you are? Right now in Texas, where I am, it's not stormy, but it is a little cool today. What's my hair doing? Anyway, it's like not cold at all, but it's going to be like high 60s. So I guess it's a pretty nice day, technically. And I was trying to go back. I messed up. Terry, good morning. Thank you for joining. Looking forward to stamping with you today as well. Hey, Alejandra. Hey, Stella. Hey, Beverly. I'm trying to see if I missed anybody. I think I got you all. Margie and Pat, good morning. Good to see you again, Pat and Stella, by the way, and Mary Ann. A lot of us just hung out at a weekend retreat last weekend. Okay. So card and scrapbook, you want to register by April 21st. And then sampler and Stamp-A-Stack, you want to register by April 17th. Again, links coming out tomorrow. You can join the club for these. You can join through April 17th. So subscription period is open to join the clubs. Each club is the same price as if you take the class. But after 6 consecutive months, you get $25 in free merchandise from me of your choice. So why not join the club? You can cancel at any time. So you can join the club now, always. This month, the deadline is April 17th, or you can just sign up for the class with the link that gets emailed. Actually, that link will be in my email today. It's going to go out, I think, at 1 o'clock. But the tub to check out the supplies and the in-person links will be in tomorrow's email. Hopefully it's not too confusing. Okay, sampler is $28. You get over $20 in merchandise, and we're using the awesome On the Horizon bundle. So it's going to be like nature. It could be masculine. Of course, it hasn't been designed yet. And this is a 12 by 12 piece of art that you can frame, and it makes a great gift. You can hang it in your home. You can just switch out the designs in your frame anytime you feel like switching them out. So you don't have to have 500 frames to be in this club or take this class. And then that's $28. Stamp-A-Stack is $30. It uses the Crane of Fortune bundle this month, which is a gorgeous bundle. There is a flower in there that's so pretty. Wrong catalog. I don't know if I put the page number. Crane of Fortune. I didn't on my notes. But Crane of Fortune, page 24. And then I'm also adding a word set to use. It's called Happy and Heartfelt, but you can substitute any greetings you want just to have more variety of greetings for our cards. But this flower is so gorgeous. It's one of those distinctive style stamps. The crane is gorgeous, and then there's like dragonflies and all kinds of stuff. So that's the Stamp-A-Stack. It's 12 cards, 4 designs, for only $30. Plus you get over $20 in merchandise. It's a great deal. Thank you, Jackie. She says, great set for sampler. I think it's hope it's going to be a good one. There's Jackie's comment. Thank you. Hey, Landa. Good morning. Good morning, Charlotte and Stacy and Linda. Good morning. Lori. I don't know why I thought your name said Lisa. Lori. Lori, good morning. Margie, good morning. Martha. Oh, I missed you, Martha. Hello there. Hey, Yvonne. Good to see you over on YouTube. All right. Jeanne. How am I missing people? Good morning, Jeanne. Good morning, Linda. Thanks for sharing. And then some of those on my thing say Facebook user on my computer. Charlotte, good morning. Stacy. Okay. So those are the monthly classes. Then I have a new class offering just released. Okay, we'll do it like that. No, I'm going to do it like this. This one's just released. The link will be in the email at 1 o'clock today, plus tomorrow's email. And this is a second class I'm doing with Alejandra. We are doing our otter class this weekend. Ooh, Cindy, that's cool. We're doing our otter class on Sunday, actually, on Facebook, Alejandra and I. And then we have a new class offering for April. I know this font is small, but hopefully it'll just help you, whatever. So the event is going to happen on April 30th on Facebook. It will be recorded. We will each demonstrate all of our projects that you're going to make with your free. Let me see if I can do this properly. You're going to get free a half a pack of the Friendly Hello designer paper and the Friendly Hello stamp set, and you will use those to make your 10 projects, half designed by me, half by Alejandra. So this is what you'll get free, half a pack of 12 by 12 and Friendly Hello. And then you'll make 10 projects. You're also going to get $27 in merchandise included with that, the Facebook party, and PDF tutorials. So you can register for that now. Space is limited because it depends on how many stamp sets we have. So the sooner you sign up, the better, but the deadline is April 17th. Then with this class, there is a bonus class you can add on if you choose using the Sunshine and Rainbows designer paper. You're going to get a half a pack of that completely free, no extra charge for that with your fee. And then you're going to get, or you will use and receive with your fee, the Kite Delight stamp set. Super cute. This class is $37 and it includes about $35 in product, literally. Now you can substitute if you already own this stamp set, so don't worry, you don't have to get Kite Delight, or if you just don't like it. But our 8 cards that you'll make will use Kite Delight, and then you'll get the half pack of designer paper free, plus an embellishment, and of course PDF tutorial and all that. Now that's not part of the Facebook party. That's just a bonus class you can add on. All right. Any questions on this stuff? Let me know. You can contact me. You can sign up for my email newsletter, which will give you all these links sent directly to your inbox. Check your spam, by the way, if you're not receiving them. And that this will be in the email that goes out at 1 o'clock today, and tomorrow's newsletter, which tomorrow's newsletter might be, I don't know what time it's going out, but I have to get up really early because tomorrow is the day that Stampin' Up! Is going to tell us demonstrators what we can order from this catalog early. This is the new catalog that comes out in May, but for demonstrators, it starts tomorrow, select items, which they'll give us a list tomorrow. And I have to get up early so April and I can decide what we're using in our May retreat, and then put that in my email and email it out to you guys. And then Alejandra and I have to make some decisions, and Genevieve and I have to make some decisions based on all that stuff tomorrow. And then I'll finish that newsletter and send it out. But anyway, so sign up for that class with Alejandra and I. Alejandra is a team member as well as friend, duh, and event partner for me. Okay, so Cheryl says, does every demo have any upline? Who is yours? So when you join Stampin' Up, you have to join under a demonstrator, and they are your upline. But they might not always stay around. Every upline above me has dropped, so I don't have an upline, but I've been in 20 years. So every single person above me has dropped out. And I pretty much am a self-taught demonstrator as far as doing the business portion, which is totally optional. You don't have to do the business. You can just get the discount. Nobody has to, anyone who buys the kit literally can do nothing ever again, and there's no problem. But I wanted to meet some people and make a little extra money as I thought I could. I didn't know it would turn into a full-time job. Anyway, so hopefully that helps, Cheryl. So I don't have an upline. But I have a team of over 200 demonstrators. So good morning, Sherry. Hello, hello. Thanks for sharing, Martha and Jeanne and Lori. Awesome. Hey, Nancy, good morning. Cindy, Sunday I'll be working all day, but which otherwise, like if you were going to be here Saturday, I'd say come by our team gathering in Grand Prairie and say hi to us, because some of us will be there Saturday for a Stampin' Up event together. Anyway, but that's cool that you'll be in my area. Cheryl, no problem. If you have any other questions, just let me know. Okay, so we talked about Alejandra's class, May retreat in a box. So I just mentioned that it's coming soon. I do want to take this chance to thank everybody who came to the March retreat. And I'm going to show off lots of gifts I received at the March retreat. My goodness. Cindy, message me privately just so I don't forget, but yes, I can do that. Okay, so I got gifts from lots of people at the retreat. Thank you guys very much. Here's a cute card from Lori. She was saying she appreciates all the work April and I put into retreat. And then she made this gorgeous handmade, it's like fabric that she stamped on and sewn and done all kinds of stuff, stencils. It's, I don't know what you call these. I guess it's a journal, but it's like so much more than that. We've got, and there's another note in there from her, a pen. This is gorgeous. Stained and dyed papers. Basically, everything's handmade here. Isn't this gorgeous? So thank you, Lori. So amazing. And always I save gifts from events like this to show on Facebook, and then I can actually put them to use for my actual self, if you know what I mean. So now this can go into my stuff I'm going to use, basically. But anyway, just again, thank you, Lori. Gorgeous. And then Lori also gave me this gorgeous thing, which April and I are like, ooh, we need to figure out where to buy these frames and get this for do something like this for a class. But sorry, I have so many lights in here. So it's a frame, and she put home in there, and this is Velcro, and you can decorate it seasonally. And I have a whole box full of seasonal decorations. Thank you, Lori. This is awesome. I'm trying to flip it so you can kind of see the decorations. And the box is cute as well. So thank you, thank you. Then I have more over here. I combined everything, I think, except for all the candy, into this bag from Susie. Oh, and this is a paper clip from Lori as well. So Susie gave us the bag, but in this bag I put a bunch of gifts. So hopefully I'll get all the names and everything right. But we got this awesome box from Stella, which actually holds stamp sets perfectly. Isn't that amazing? She didn't even realize that specifically when she purchased them. She said she bought, thank you, Stella, Stamp Therapist Pink. That's my team color. Marianne not only gave us a box to put our Take Your Pick tool in, she gave us the Take Your Pick tool. Thank you, Marianne. From Stella, a craft mat, always useful. from April. April gave me a gift, but I'm going to show it off because I take a lot of vitamins. So it's like a cool pill box. I think you can buy this at her store in Waxahachie. It's magnetic. Anyway, it's really cool. Thank you, April. Mary Ann, this is the best gift of all. New cutting plates. Who doesn't want a pair of new cutting plates? I'm always like super cheap to get new cutting plates. Like I just keep using and using. So when you get a pair as a gift, it makes you more free to switch those out. A super cute thank you card from Pat. Pat's on here today. Thank you, Pat. A really fancy thank you card from Mary Ann. Thank you, Mary Ann. Mary Ann's on here as well. I think there might have been another card. I don't know. Inside this box was a magnetic bowl to put your dies in as you're die cutting. That's from Mary Ann. And then Susie. And by the way, there was some stuff. Yeah, this is from Chris. I'm thinking of this container she gave me, which it's over here. I've already put it on my table to use. And this was full of treats, which actually are not in here because they're in my snack area. I have a snack area of this room. It was chapstick, which I think is here. Now I've mixed these two gifts together. A sewing kit, which this is a handmade sewing kit. Those are just the leftovers from Chris. So cute. Something just fell out of it. And then from Susie, socks and lots of cool office supply type stuff. Chapstick. I think there was a pen. I started using some of this stuff already. So anyway, let me show you this box. She told us, April and I, she was like, I've decided to just start using the paper pumpkin boxes for gift packaging. And especially for my crafty friends, because they will appreciate it. But it makes a great gift box. And, it's a way to reuse, recycle. And she's obviously redistributing the contents of her paper pumpkins into other containers. We didn't even ask her what she puts them in, but that's easy to do. So thank you to everybody who came. Thanks for the little extra gifts we received. We also give gifts when you attend our retreats. So if you're taking the retreat in a box, it is getting mailed Friday. Yes, I have boxes sitting in front of me. I just need to make sure everything's in them properly, and it's getting mailed Friday. So if you're getting the retreat in a box, as lots of you are, and you do want to be surprised by your gifts, look away. Look away now. Don't look. So we gave lots of gifts. One of them came in this bag. Now, if you're taking this to go, you're getting a different one of these because this one's too thick to mail. But there's a blanket. Look away and mute, I should say, if you're taking it. You get, of course, a crafting bag. This has my initial on it, J. Has all kinds of pockets. Like it's really, truly like a purse you can carry. Lots of pockets on the inside and outside. And of course, tulips on there because that was our theme. You've got a journal with a pen attached to it. This pen changes color in sunlight, by the way. A product gift. Ooh, ah. I got mine. I literally got food on it at the retreat. That's what that is. Product gift. So this is all to tell you to sign up for May's retreat because you're going to get all kinds of gifts. Of course, a thank you card. And not only that, our retreat theme was the tulip fields stuff. So windmill cookies, of course. And an awesome handmade cup. Well, the cup is not handmade, but it's decorated hand by us with cake mix inside. So there you go. Martha, okay, stop. I'm jealous. I know, right? If you're jealous of what I received, I agree. But hopefully y'all like these as well. I think I missed a card here. Let me see. Did I show? Oh, I showed that one. So anyway, retreats are awesome, even if you can't attend in person, although our May one does have space. If you can't attend in person, you can take it to go, and you'll get at least 10 make and takes and all that stuff shown, PDF tutorial, etc., and $50 in merchandise. So, and there will be 2 optional classes for the May retreat as well. So join my email list if you want to get signed up for all of this stuff. Okay, so Mary, I saw you said, when is my birthday? It's March 3rd. And oh, was it my birthday, Mary? Sorry, I thought it said when. No, we just have some really cool people that attend our retreats that like to give gifts. Thank you guys very much. We're lucky. Because April got the same gifts as I did. And some of those, like Stella and Marianne, they were giving gifts to everyone in the room. So, you know, we just have a really awesome group of stampers. I'm going to go back on these comments real quick and see if I missed anything major. Cindy, thanks for sharing. Hey, Liz. Hey, Janet. I went back too far. Oh, Cindy, you're going to be here for 2 months. Well, maybe you can come to the team meeting in May. Yeah, maybe you can come to May's team meeting. Hey, Tracy, thank you for saying that. You're awesome. Thank you for sharing, Margaret, and hello from in Rhode Island. And then Mary, when is the last day to sign up? And Robin, good morning. Okay, I was making sure I didn't miss anything. So last day to sign up for the May retreat in a box is going to be May 1st. The link will be out tomorrow. So coming soon. I don't remember if I made a graphic. Let me look. No, I didn't. Genevieve and Jennifer, Jen and Jen Stamp Camp. You will be able to take this one in Canada and the US. Again, we need to see what we can order early from the catalog and all that tomorrow before we decide what we're going to use. But that will be a Facebook party on June 4th. And that class will be mailed to you by May 30th, and you're going to register by May 22nd. So watch for details coming on that soon. Mary Ann, the retreat was great. The retreat gifts that you and Robin give are above and beyond. Do you mean April, Mary Ann? I'm not sure. I'm sure Robin gives good gifts as well. And good morning, Catherine. Oh, and Mary, yes, it can be mail if you're asking about the retreat. Okay. We do have our in-person retreats in May and August in Round Rock, Temple, Texas. I'm trying to say the name of the place. It's Rockin' Our Retreats in Temple, Texas. And it's May 12th through 15th or August 11th through 14th. Hey, Cindy, maybe you can come to our retreat. Okay. Cruise. I've announced this already right now. No problem, Marianne. Robin is awesome as well. Our 2023 cruise is full. There is a waiting list. You can get on a wait list with our travel agent, but you can sign up for 2024 now before it fills up. Space is limited for the crafting portion on these cruises. So 2024 is January 28th through February 4th, 2024 on Harmony of the Seas out of Galveston, Texas. So if you want the links to those, let me know. Of course, they'll be in the email as well. Okay, Paper Pumpkin. We have our subscription period open for the April Paper Pumpkin until April 10th. So you can go, there'll be links in this video on YouTube and Facebook. And you can subscribe, or you can just go to my website and purchase 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. You're gonna, what it is a box this exact size and shape, but a different design, with a stamp set inside that is only for that kit. You cannot purchase it anywhere else. Instructions, that's the first thing I skipped there, instructions. Adhesive. Really, the only thing you need to add to your box is the clear block. Now, this one had an extra stamp set in it, but that's was a gift that month. Here's more adhesive, Stampin' Dimensionals. You get your ink, you get your accessories, whatever's needed, and then you get all the supplies to make whatever the project is. So in April, the kit is, as you can see from this picture, it's going to be sort of butterfly themed as well as new beginnings themed. So it says the Change is Beautiful kit contains enough supplies to create 9 stunning cards with a unique folding technique to commemorate moments of change. The designs are inspired by the natural cycles of change found in nature. You get a Change is Beautiful stamp set, Melamambo ink spot, printed cards and envelopes, and iridescent sea glass, as well as, of course, dimensionals. So you want to either subscribe to that by April 10th with the link that'll be in the email. I mean, well, it will be, but in the description of this video. Or you can go to my website and just pre-purchase it. So basically not a subscription. You can say, I want 1 month worth, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. And that is found under Shop Products, Other Products, Kits, Paper Pumpkin. So if you want to do that, do it by April 10th. When you buy the prepaid, you have to also activate that purchase. So you'll get an email from Stampin' Up that you have to activate by April 10th. So make sure you do that. All right. Specials going on. I think I'm going to point the camera down now. There we go. So specials going on. I have a lot of stuff just laying here. With Stampin' Up, first of all, I consider this a special. Starting tomorrow, demonstrators can order from this annual catalog. Put this back so I can straighten myself out there. Select items that Stampin' Up will tell us tomorrow. If you're not a Stampin' Up demonstrator, you should be. You can get the starter kit. You should be, because we get all these perks. You can get the starter kit tomorrow and select anything that we are allowed to pre-order in that starter kit. So that's a special. It's the kit is $99. You get to pick 125 of anything you want, including that pre-order stuff. Now, I can't open this book right now, but it's amazing. Personally, I love it. I have a huge wish list. I have all these lists of our top choices to use for our retreat, depending on the pre-order, and then top choices for all of our upcoming events. Depending on pre-order, it's, there's things involved that we have to figure out. But, and then there's just the wish list of what I want. New dies, new punches, new stamps. So many new kinds of papers and stuff and accessories. It's amazing. So you can see it online right now if you're a demonstrator. You can see the whole thing. I got mine early because I registered for an event with Stampin' Up where they sent us, if we registered, it was like a $35 event, which is happening Saturday for my group. You got the book and a bonus stamp set that was basically just a free gift along with your registration. And each demonstrator could get a different set. That I got this one called Bottled Happiness. There is a punch that matches it as well. Isn't that cute? Okay. So that's how I have the book early, but all the other demonstrators that didn't take this event, theirs has already been mailed, bulk mail, so it's coming. Anyway, if you want that stuff, grab it. Lori, can you sign up for my email? There will be a link in the description of this video, and it literally just says like sign up for my emails, and you click it and sign up. Also, though, if you want to go to my blog, stamptherapist.com, then that will actually, there'll be a pop-up and it'll say, do you want to join the email newsletter? And you can join it that way as well. So if you have any other questions on that, let me know. Robin says, y'all are so funny and too sweet. But I agree, April and Jen's gifts are awesome. Thank you, Robin. Hey, Diane. Hey, Susan. Thanks for sharing. Janet says she loves the March Paper Pumpkin. Yes, it's a really good one. I agree. Yay. Janet, that's smart. Watching on YouTube with the TV and commenting on the phone. Perfect. Terry, I think you said your March paper pumpkin was picking last time. Might be time for a little quick phone call. Yes, Teresa, the stamp set was a surprise bonus gift. I think that's what you were saying. So we didn't get to select it. I'm good with any set, but some people in my team are trading amongst themselves. You know, like, hey, I like this one better. Do you want to trade this? So anyway, I was like, y'all can't have mine. So yeah, that was a little surprise. Thank you, Mitzi, on YouTube. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Okay, so what else do I have down here? So that is, I'm reading my list. June 1st, get new, June 1st, that's wrong. April 1st, get new products. Retiring products, so don't forget even though we're super excited about the new catalog, we still have this catalog for another month, and there are lots of awesome things retiring from this catalog. I have a sticky note here that's kind of about today's video. I'm going to be using Flowers of Friendship, and this is a bundle that's staying, but not at bundle pricing. So it's on page 78. I put the little stars because it's the one I'm using today. So you can still get the bundle pricing until the end of April. Let me check the date here. I don't know why I can't memorize this. May 2nd will be the deadline to get bundle pricing on all of these bundles I've listed here, which I'll go over later. But Flowers of Friendship is one of them. But then there's all kinds of other stuff that is retiring. So I've marked my book with the R if it's retiring. And on my blog, stamптherapist.com, you can see actual pictures and sale prices if anything's on sale. And things are selling out, especially stamp sets mainly, daily. And so that list is constantly changing. And there is a small chance, because we've seen it happen, where a stamp set will sell out and then it comes back for like a day and then it sells out. So if something you really wanted sells out, just go to the online store and see if it's available, you know, the next day, 1 or 2 days later, you might get lucky. But I rechecked the list this morning, and everything that I have a red X by in my book is currently on the sold out list. So I'll talk more about that at the end of the video in case you don't want to stick around for it. But so those items, though, are all, if they're on the list, they are while supplies last. So last chance to get those. Now we still have alongside this last chance stuff, we still have the Savings Are in Bloom special through today only. Today's the very last day to get 20% off of all of these bundles instead of 10% off. Or some of them, there's 3 that aren't even currently bundled. So some of these are retiring, some are not, but they're all 20% off right now. And that includes this All Squared Away bundle that's on page 1 here, and the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Today's the last day to get it for $48 instead of $60. That is a great deal. So today is the last day of this sale. Last day. So check that out. And then don't forget, of course, about these new products that are summer while supplies last. So guess what? Sold out. The foil and the rhinestones sold out. We knew they were popular and they were while supplies last. Currently, you can still get Waves of the Ocean, gorgeous designer paper, and the stamp set and dies are in the new catalog. So they're a carryover item. So they're available now and in the future. And then we still have our all together products available, but the stamp set and dies, the bundle, is while supplies last, or through May 2nd, whichever happens first. The designer paper altogether is while supplies last or May 2nd. The blends are in the new catalog, these skin tones. 3, I believe, of them are not available right now. I think 3, but they're coming back. So no need to panic on those. You just want to get these other items before they sell out. All right. What I have down here is just some random stuff to show you guys, and then we're going to start stamping. So this is a class packet, and I wanted to show you, this is the Awesome Otters class that Alejandra and I are doing Sunday. And so in case you haven't seen before how my class packets come, I just wanted to give you an idea. So this one included a full pack of rhinestone basic waves and pool party ribbon, a free stamp set, I believe a half a pack of the foil and designer paper. You can see the foil has been cut because Landa pre-die cut what you needed from the foil for you. And then in here are the class packets, card by card. It's like clear envelope, card base, clear envelope, card base, with all the pieces for each card inside. And then we usually package it up in some kind of cellophane bag. You can see the designer papers on the back, half a pack there. So that's how your packets come. And so we do take pride in how we package these up. So I just wanted to show you that in case you haven't taken a class from me before and you're, curious about how it comes. So any questions on any of the upcoming events, just let me know. Of course, now today, Alejandra and I are like, okay, we're locking down all the details for Sunday because that's how we operate. She's very busy as well as me. Who knows? She's probably busier than me because she has a full-time job, little children, and does Stampin' Up. Okay, what else is here? Oh, this is from Retreat as well. So first of all, Lisa, thank you so much, Lisa. One of the perks of attending the retreat in person is you can use April and ours stamps, dies, ink pads, and punches, basically. We bring, and our die cutting machines. Those are the main products we bring to share. And so Lisa did what a lot of people do, is she's like, I don't have the gumball stuff. I don't have the dies and the stamp set, but I want to play with yours while I'm there. So she did, and she made a bunch of cards, including this one, which she gave to me, which I jokingly was like, I'm going to get one, right? Because I haven't even used my own dies, but look how detailed these dies are. Like, they're amazing. So the gumball stuff is in the mini catalog right now, but Lisa gave me this card at retreat, and then these were our swaps that is optional to participate in, but we do give a prize to the winner. This card actually won. I think it was the Lisa. I think Lisa, our other Lisa, we have two Lisas. I think the other Lisa is the one that made this card and won. It is gorgeous. This was my swap. Look familiar. And then this is Lisa's swap. We have two Lisas, of course. No, I don't remember who all made these. No names. I don't remember, but look how gorgeous this one is. April made this one. You are amazing. Maybe this was Mary Ann. I can't remember. And Stella. This must be Mary Ann's probably. And then Stella made this one. Check it out. Look at that. It lights up. It's lighting up without me touching it, Stella. Look at that. So gorgeous. So the swaps are pretty cool at our retreats as well. The other two things I have up here, this is for my team gathering Saturday. Just to show you, if you are on the team, you have the option every month of purchasing our make and takes to go or in person. Of course, to go, you'll just supply your own stamps, but we cut, die cut, punch, emboss everything we can. It's ready for you to stamp and assemble. So these are the ones they'll be making Saturday when they attend our in-person gathering, and a lot of people are taking this to go as well. So that's a team perk. And then last here, before I start stamping, is my monthly online ordering special. So today's March 31st. This ends today. If you place an online order with me today, if you haven't already, of $25 or more with the monthly host code, which is right there, KBWYP4YM, of 25 or more, you get a class packet mailed to you for free next month to make these 4 cards, which I did a video on already. If your order is 50 or more, you're also going to get a free full pack of Bumblebee trinkets, which are retiring. They're so gorgeous. Oh, love those Bumblebee trinkets. Sad that they are retiring. I think they're even discounted. Anyway, so that's my ordering special that ends today, and tomorrow I will announce my new one. If your order is $150 or more, do not use that host code, and you will receive all of those gifts plus a gifts from Stampin' Up, $15 at least in free merchandise. All right. So my cards today are, as I've mentioned a few times, using the Flowers of Friendship bundle. This bundle is not retiring, like these products are not retiring, but the bundle pricing is retiring. To make this card, I've got, well, I'll tell you those pieces in a minute. Let me lay these out. I've got a hot mess over here is what I've got. Let me check these comments real quick. Hey, Candy, good morning. Lisa, you're all signed up. Perfect. You are awesome. Everyone in your area, Terry. That's weird. I wonder what it has to do with. And thank you, Mitzi, by the way. I think I said that. Ooh, GN. Ooh, I like GN's point. So we do have a small price increase of some products in this new catalog. And GN says the mini is $63 in the new catalog. So good to know. So you can get it for $48 today. Tomorrow it's $60. And then I guess May 3rd, it'll be $63. Thanks, GN. That's a good point. See, let's show that. And thank you, Mary. Stella says, thank you, Landa, because Stella knows Landa cuts all my classes. Yes, August is in Temple, Mary. Currently, all of our retreats will be in Temple, Texas. So, yay, Susan received her Rain Boots cards. Awesome. She won the cards from that week's Facebook Live. Okay, so for this card, lots of stuff over here, y'all. So I'll bring it in when I need it. Okay, so our card base is basic white. It is a half sheet of basic white, which I apparently cut really terribly. I don't know if you can see that on the video. Let me grab a different one. I don't know what I did. Luckily, I keep card bases cut over here for designing. Anyway, it's a half sheet of basic white, which is half sheet of 8.5 by 11. So it's 5.5 by 8.5. When you cut your paper that size, you get 2 cards out of 1 sheet of paper. So it's economical and it fits into the invitation size envelope. And then I don't like to fold with my finger. I like to use the bone folder and make that crease really nice and firm, but it also makes it less wrinkled on the inside when you use the bone folder instead of just your finger. So that's my card base. The next layer is Night of Navy, and it's 4 inches by 5 1/4, and it is embossed with the Greenery embossing folders. So I used this one, but you get 2 folders when you purchase the Greenery. They are small enough to fit in the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. However, for this card, I ran it through twice. Once like this, and then once with the other half. So I was not able to use the mini machine on this because your paper can't be wider than 3 1/4. Yep, 3 1/4 inches. But it works in both machines, the mini or the large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. By the way, go back to what Jeanne said about the great deal. If you get the starter kit today and get that mini machine in it, you're maximizing that $125 even more. So lots of different ways to maximize perks with Stampin' Up. Okay, and then Greenery, you have to get over here to my sticky note, is, where is it? Oh, it's the one on the catalog. That folder is, or this set of folders is $4.80 while supplies last. $4.80. So it's discounted. Okay, then I have a layer of Calypso Coral, 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. And this whole color scheme is from this gorgeous designer paper. It is called Sweet Symmetry. Of course, it's retiring because every designer paper in our annual catalog is retiring. That's pretty usual, typical for our catalogs. And so Sweet Symmetry, of course, then is while supplies last. So I have used this paper before on lives a long time ago. It's really gorgeous. It has a bundle that it matches, but the stamp set is sold out. But there's a punch, but the paper stamp can stand alone. But I think it's groovy paper. Do y'all agree? It's kind of 70s. Like, to me, it is modern, but it's totally got a 70s vibe with the colors and the patterns. So it's lots of flowers, small flower images, different types of flowers, tulip style, more like just a regular daisy, not really daisy even, just a regular flower, but they're not realistic. They're artistic. Not artistic either. They're fun. I'm trying to describe this for my blind customers. They're, how do you describe that? I can't think of the word, but anyway, they're not realistic. More like computer generated cute images. But tons of colors within each sheet of designer paper. Let me look at these colors in this paper. Bumblebee, Calypso Coral, Flirty Flamingo, Night of Navy, Just Jade, and Whisper White. Okay, so lots of floral ones. There is one that's just Night of Navy with light blue flowers. There's some that are more solid, like a Calypso Coral, but then on the other side, flowers, flowers, flowers. This pattern here is my favorite one from this set. Just so cool. Okay, so Sweet Symmetry, and this is where I'm using this paper on all three cards, and this is where my color schemes came from. Okay, so that's that. So this designer paper strip I have here is 1.5 by 5 1/4 to go across the front. This is a landscape card. And the pattern I'm using on the front is Just Jade with the lighter Just Jade leaves only. On the back is my favorite design, the one that's just a funky flower design. Kind of could be psychedelic maybe. Whimsy. Yes, Candy, that's a good word. More whimsical flowers. Yeah. And symmetrical, yes. Pre-order was up and then they took it down. Cheryl, did you screenshot it and send it to me? Sorry, side note to Cheryl Davis. They made a mistake. Who caught it? A little abstract, Shirley says. Janet says stylized florals. I appreciate you guys helping me out because I like to describe it as best I can, but the older I get, the worse my descriptions are. So stylized, yes. Teresa said, Cheryl, did you happen to download it? That's what I'm saying, Cheryl. Help us out. Good morning, Rhonda. Okay. So anyway, and then I have scraps over here of Calypso Coral, Just Jade, and Bumblebee. And then I have one piece of white with my favorite dies from the annual catalog, the scalloped contour dies. These dies, thank goodness, are not retiring. You can get them in the new catalog, but not at bundle pricing. So they're on that list of, yes, they're carrying over, but no, they won't be bundle pricing. So if you want to get these with the matching stamp set that matches these flowers here, excuse me, you want to do that by May 2nd before the new catalog comes out. Okay. Anyway, so this is the smallest of the scallop that cuts these, a scallop edge. It's a small label, but it puts holes in each scallop. Okay. So for the stamping on this card, I'm going to grab these. I think I put the wrong, whatever, put the wrong flowers over here. I don't know if I'm making the right card first, but it's too late now. This is not, oh, I see what I did. Excuse me. Everything's correct. I just had the wrong sample in front of me. My goodness. Okay. So I'm going to use both of the flowers that come with this set that are single flowers, no stem attached. There's a smaller one and a larger one. I'm going to use the larger of the two leaves, which, by the way, all three of these match the punch. So I'm using the larger leaf and both flowers. And then my greeting will say, "Many thanks from all of us." And I love the font in this set. There's 3 of them have a cursive mixed with a solid all caps font. This is one of them. "Many thanks" is cursive, and then "from all of us" is below it, bold caps. And then there's this other one, "Life is better with friends like you," that's all just bold caps, and it's one word on top of the other. I'm using that on my next card. I got myself confused a second ago, but anyway. But what I want to do first is these flowers and leaves. So I'm going to flip these over. Some of them I pre-stamped a little bit. And I'm going to use Calypso Coral, Just Jade, and Bumblebee ink on the same colors of cardstock to avoid coloring the flowers in. So anytime you have, well, really with any of your punches, but especially the ones like this that are builder punches, meaning they have more than one image on them, you want to flip it upside down and look at what direction the images are on the punch and kind of where they're located and everything. So I'll do this large flower first. So see how the large flower is like a plus sign? It goes straight up and straight across the 4 petals. That's how you want to mount that on your clear block. And that's how you want to stamp it. And then to avoid waste, you want to cut your paper about as tall as the image. So my paper is about as tall as this flower, a little taller, of course. I'm going to stamp it in Calypso Coral, not in an X, but in a plus sign. And you could do it on the left or right. I guess I'll do it on the right because I like to hold the punch in my right hand, insert, and you do not want to stamp more because when you punch this out, this left leaf is going to cut into the area where your next flower would possibly be. So you want to stamp one flower, plus sign, get it all aligned, and punch. I need 3 of these. Then I will stamp my next one and just repeat this 2 more times. So see, just in case I didn't want to pre-stamp, because every time I do, and I think I've put enough space, I didn't. Now you can obviously figure out how much space you need and pre-stamp them all, but it never works out for me when I do that. So I stamp these in Calypso Coral, 1 at a time. I need 3. Stamp, punch, stamp, punch, stamp, punch. And then I will do my lots of trash created with this punch. Lots of just trash, really. I was going to say scraps, but confetti sort of scraps. My bumblebee flower, when I look at my punch, it's got the X pattern. So I mounted it in the X pattern. And I'm going to stamp it in the X pattern. So I don't have this flower here. Oh, yes, I do. But I've stamped my first one and punched it out. And again, spacing. I probably could have made this paper a little taller to be able to get a second one. But anyway, you see where I couldn't stamp a second one right beside it. So now it's right there. Hopefully this is making sense. 1 at a time. Oh, I think I must have done that one different. I don't know. Who knows? Either way, I still have to give this space because there's excess punching from that leaf. So hopefully this is helpful. I don't know. Let me see your comments. Hey, Rhonda, good morning. Older you get, harder words come, Shirley. Shirley knows me well. She knows I've been that way for a while. So every time people tell me that, I'm like, well, that's not going to be good for me. And of course, I see the stuff on TV, like warning signs to look for when you're struggling for words and stuff. But I do struggle. Okay, so there is my yellow flower, my bumblebee. smaller one. And Terry, I wouldn't think you were being mean, Terry. Theme for next bingo, I don't know yet. I need to figure out all those other events I was telling you about, you know, to make sure I don't duplicate things, and then we'll figure out bingo. Okay, so, but good question. And also, yeah, it'll just depend on what we use for upcoming events. The leaf I already stamped, so just jade, tap, tap, taps, you know, how to stamp. But I found out with the leaf that you can go ahead and pre-stamp them because, again, you need to really look at your pattern here, which the leaf did confuse me, the shape, but it's the skinny part on this strip of just jade. I stamped it where the skinny part is on the left, the bigger part is on the right, and I stamped it on the left side of the scrap. And what that means is as I insert it, this is a skinny piece. If it's thicker, you're going to run into a problem here on the left side. When I punch it, nothing is punching into the one next to it. Now this one you would do from the other side and just make sure you stamped it the correct direction, the smaller leaf. So anyway, I'm sure most of you are like, duh, we know this already, but just in case. This is how I do it. And I know some people do the thing where they mount their, of course you couldn't do that with this one because you want different colors. But some people with these kind of stamps or punches, they like put their stamps up here and then put a clear block. And I literally can never do that. They do not align properly. It's just a defect of me. Doesn't work. Okay, so now I have all those pieces. I need this greeting, which I just put away. I'm so smart. For that, I do need Night of Navy ink. And it's just going to go right on this little white, basic white label. Many thanks from all of us. So cute. Love these fonts. I'm glad this stamp set's carrying over. I think we're pretty much ready to start putting this together. So I'm going to take my bone folder. You can also just do this with your hands, honestly. Either one's fine. And curl up the edges of each flower petal. This is, I don't stress if they kind of go back flat because you have to remember you're going to put it in an envelope to deliver it or mail it. So it's going to get flattened back out a little bit, but it will still just give it a little movement. So I'm going to do that to all of the flowers as well as the leaves. So the outer part of the leaf I'm curling up. I was like, I lost a leaf. And then let me go ahead and get the base of this card put together. So I will attach, I'm not wrapping any ribbon around it. I will attach this designer paper right across the strip of Calypso Coral cardstock and then attach that right across the center of the Night of Navy that's embossed. Oh, and by the way, this this embossing folder, Greenery, matches the leaves, the stylized leaves in this designer paper really well. So let me go ahead and attach this Night of Navy to my card base. I need a drink of water. The flowers, I'm going to put them all together with Stampin' Dimensionals. So I will place a mini, my favorite, a mini Stampin' Dimensional on the back of the bumblebee flower, which is smaller, and then crisscross that on top of the Calypso Coral flower for each one, but with a dimensional. And then I will also attach it to the card with dimensionals. So I have the 3 flowers here now. So let me peel those off. And a dimensional on the back of each one. I'm going to place the greeting down here toward the bottom right, just so I can see where I want these flowers. It'll be a grouping of 3 flowers over here to the left. The top left one kind of past the designer paper and coral, and the rest on it. Just a little grouping there. And then dimensionals for my greeting. So I will use 3. I have my space heater on because it was kind of cool in here this morning, but getting very hot. So the greeting's going to basically be half on the middle strip and half off. And then for the leaves, I am attaching them flat. So I'll grab my silicone craft sheet and only put adhesive on the base of the leaf. And then those are going to get tucked under the flowers. There's 3 leaves, so there's 3 little kind of openings there. So I use Stampin' Seal and the silicone craft sheet, which keeps the excess adhesive from getting on your table or scratch paper and ruining future projects. Then a couple more things to finish this off. I have Gilded Gems, which I can't remember if those are retiring. I can't remember. I feel like they are, but I feel like I could totally be wrong as well. Let me look. Number 3. Yes, they're retiring, and they're only $5.60 while supplies last. I love Gilded Gems. I have a half a pack here for some reason. I mean, it was cut in half. Probably we thought we needed more than we did, and then we, like for a class where I provided them something, who knows. Okay, I'll use my Take Your Pick tool, and I will put the small. They come with small, medium, and large. I'll put a small one in the center of each flower. These Gilded Gems. They're solid gold gems. They're so pretty. And then I'm also going to place 3 medium ones just around on the card. You know how you just float them around in different spots, spread them around, sprinkle them, I should say. So there's that. And then a bow. So I was looking at a swap from Mary Ann at our retreat, and I asked her, where did you get that blue twine? Like, do we sell that? And she was like, it's the Fan Baker's twine. So I had not even used mine yet. The Fan Baker's twine is in the mini catalog with all of the sports stuff. There's like a suite of sports things. So there's, I believe this is Poppy Parade in white. I don't remember which green this is. Probably Evergreen. I think it is Evening Evergreen. And then this is Misty Moonlight. But it looks great with Night of Navy. So I'm going to fold this a piece of the twine over onto itself. So fold it in half so that I can make a double bow. So I'll treat this as one piece of twine. And then I'm just going to tie a regular bow. I don't like to do bunny ear bows with twine. Don't know why. I just don't. Like, they don't work very well for me. I'll trim all 4 ends off. And then I have this little double bow to put down at the bottom of the greeting, bottom right-hand corner. So mini glue dot. Just fold that paper down flat so you can totally press your embellishment into the glue dot, pull it off, and stick it onto your project. And that is the first card for today. Yay! There we go. Many thanks from all of us. Hope you guys like this. Let me see what's going on. Hey, Sarah, no problem being late. A mess. Carol, also no problem. Teresa, I did watch This Is Us last night. And yes, I got a little choked up. Hey, Jean, good morning. Pat, No problem. Supervising electricians in her backyard. Awesome, awesome. Shirley says that is everybody basically talking about us not being able to think of words. Della, a little late, also no problem. Oh, Stella, I'm glad I made you want this set. Get it while it's bundled. Carol said, yes, they are retiring. Lori loves the colors. Thank you, Carol. Awesome. Okay, so there it is. First card. Next card, which is the one I thought I was making a minute ago. I was very confused at the pieces. They did not match the sample. This one is also a Night of Navy base. Is it? No. Sorry, not also. This one is a Night of Navy card base. 5.5, 8.5. Just align those two corners on the table, rest it against the thumbnail, and then fold with the bone folder. This is also a landscape card. Then our next layer from the gorgeous Sweet Symmetry designer paper is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm using the Night of Navy piece with the light Night of Navy and white flowers on it. Then I have a layer that is Flirty Flamingo with a piece of the designer paper on top. So the Flirty Flamingo is, if I can pick up my ruler, 3 1/4 by 4.5. And then the designer paper, which now I'm using the other side of the first card. So the green leaves are on one side. The navy with all the kind of psychedelic flower image is on the other. Of course, this is 3 by 4 1/4. So you can kind of see how that's going to be layered onto the front of the card. Oh, I forgot to cut a piece. Oh, no, I didn't forget. That was on purpose. Okay, so then I have a little layering here of Just Jade, Bumblebee, and Basic White. Just Jade, 2 3/4 by 3. Bumblebee, 2 1/4. Is that right? That's not right. Hold on. The bumblebee is cut wrong. The bumblebee should be 2.5 by 2 3/4. Let me cut one real quick. 2.5 by 2 3/4. 2.5. I have to say it. That's another thing. Surely I forget the measurement by the time I get to the paper cutter. 2.5 by 2 3/4. And then the white will be 2 1/4 by 2.5. So those all layer on top of each other, and that's going to go over here on the side of the card. And then I have scraps of Flirty Flamingo and Just Jade. And then I have a scrap of Basic White for my greeting. Okay, so let me do my stamping. I've already shown how I did the flowers and leaves. So now I just need to do them. I do have a couple of leaves here that I pre-did. I'm going to clean this stamp real quick. A little chamois here. There's a frog in my throat today. And which side did I start on? This side, I think. Oh, I don't know why I'm backwards. Okay, so stamp a flower and punch it. This is Flirty Flamingo ink on Flirty Flamingo, and it's the large flower, and I need 3 of them. And then I need 3 of the leaves. I already have 2, so I'll just do 1 more leaf. The large leaf. You can use the small one, but I just used all large leaves today. You can also stamp, obviously, directly onto paper instead of punching it. I did try that on a rejected sample that turned out ugly. But that was just like me not making a good design, basically. one leaf. Where's the leaf stamp? Right here. So the last one. Punch that out. And then we'll do our greeting. And we'll have all our pieces for this card. So on this greeting, this Flowers of Friendship is a red rubber stamp. And in general, I do okay stamping those on a pre-die cut piece of paper. But I was having a little trouble with Life is Better with Friends Like You, stamping it straight. So I decided I'll just go back to how I used to only and always do this kind of thing, which is stamp first and then die cut. So I'm stamping Life is Better with Friends Like You in Night of Navy on a scrap. And then I'm going to grab my Sad Face Retiring Hippo and Friends dies. Get these while you can. I think they're even discounted. And the Hippo stamp set is low inventory, which, by the way, I was going to comment on that. The other day, I went through and marked my catalog with what was sold out and what was low. And at that time, whatever I said was low, almost all of them have sold out now. So now, today, Hippo and Friends, the stamp set is low. So if you want that and you never got it, I know it's been around for a while. But that's low inventory, but they're both retiring. So I'm using one of these labels from Hippo and Friends. It's the one that's like a rectangle with the four corners cut off, mitered, whatever it's called. You get 4 of those sizes that can mat each other, but it also has 2 other awesome label shapes. I use these all the time, so they're going to be greatly missed. So I'm going to die cut that out now. Grab my little lunch sack that holds my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Demonstrators, you can buy this lunch sack. Only demonstrators. It is a lunch sack. It's not meant to be for this machine, but it happens to fit it perfectly. Of course, when you buy the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss for $48 right now or anytime, it's going to come with everything you need to die cut and emboss anything Stampin' Up sells. But we need plates 1 and the 2 number 2s to die cut. And open it up. Plate 1. One of your plate 2s. This is the one I cut on. This is the one I don't cut on. It goes on top. And then cardstock die with the blade facing down. Of course, I'm aligning this. Don't move. And then the cutting plate on top. I'm hitting the punch as I'm turning that. You only need to run it through one time. It has the same amount of pressure as the big machine. It just takes up less space. It's cuter, etc. This die puts stitch marks, of course, in the little label there as well. Kind of a requirement to have stitch marks. And that's it. This guy away. See how y'all are doing. Thank you, Stella. Thanks, Janet. Yes, Gilded Gems will be greatly missed. I agree. Thanks, Carol and Lori as well. The layers of DSP look so good. Thank you, Martha. I don't usually do that very much. I was going to say something else, but I can't remember what it was. So I did want to mention this white that I gave the measurement for earlier that's with the other 2 colors. It has been embossed with an amazing embossing folder, which is retiring, Tasteful Textile. It's terrible that this folder is retiring because it just gives your paper a subtle texture that can match with pretty much anything you're doing. this card, it's all, you know, whimsical flowers, matches. Serious cards, it matches. It literally goes with pretty much anything. So Tasteful Textile, if you don't have that, grab it before it sells out because it's amazing. Okay, so on this card, I am going to tie this fan baker's twine around the whole card base. So I don't want to attach that to the Night of Navy base yet. Let me put some of these pieces together first. So I'll put my smaller piece of designer paper onto the Flirty Flamingo piece. And then that's just going to go right in the center front of the card. Remember, it's horizontal. And then next, I'm going to go ahead and tie this fan baker's twine around toward the bottom. There will be a bow on the right-hand side. And I want to wrap it around twice. And then for the bow, I will use my reverse tweezers. So I've made the plus sign. This is where you ask someone to put their finger there. Instead, I will use these tweezers, which when you pinch, they open, and let go, they are closed tight. You can find these on my Amazon store, on my blog. And then I'll just flip this upside down out of habit, although with twine, it doesn't really matter. And now my hands are free to tie the bow. Also, if I get interrupted, everything's not ruined and I don't have to start completely over with these tweezers. Once you get it kind of tight there, you can remove the tweezers and then just fix your bow, of course. Trying to get that loose end. Okay. It was all blue on blue on blue. I couldn't see. And now I'm just adjusting the size of the bow, the loops, of course. This is wanting to twist around, and I don't want it to do that. And then I'll just trim both ends at the same time so they're sort of even. And then, of course, like, see how mine's like an X pattern, but it's kind of wonky. So I'll just adjust that however I want. And then also, once I start laying pieces on here, as long as I don't glue this down, I can shift it up or down if I need to. So for these flowers, well, I'll just do it now. I'm going to go ahead and curl them with the bone folder just like before. They are just not going to be layered with a second flower. They're all singles. And same for the leaves. Curl them a little bit. And then let me attach my 3 pieces of paper together. Gave the measurements earlier. By the way, the measurements and a recipe card with the measurements, a printable one, will be on the blog post, which I've scheduled to post at 11 a.m. Central today. So all of these measurements will be on there. They're on the blog and the recipe card. But anyway, I gave those earlier, but it's white, then bumblebee, then just jade. This is what my flowers are going to go on. And then my greeting will be over here to the right within the middle designer paper, and the flowers over here on the left at an angle. So let me use my mini Stampin' Dimensionals and add these 3 flowers to this white piece. And then the leaves, just like before. Put a little of my tape runner at the base of each leaf and tuck it in there. So this card is similar to the first one, but yet totally different as well. Here we go. And then I will use some Stampin' Dimensionals for this whole piece. So I'll do probably 5 I'm still using the minis. They're just the ones I prefer. Any size you want to use is fine, of course. Quite the pile of dimensional trash over here, along with all the pieces from the punch, so it's a lot. So this will go over here toward the left at an angle, just toward the left at an angle. The grading I attached flat so that it would be not the same, you know, have some differences, and I just tucked it under the twine, but it's over here toward the right, but still within that middle section of designer paper. I want to use 3 medium Gilded Gems in the flower centers. So 1, 2, just using my take your pick tool. I think that's it. Just put it on the card base and that card is finished. Hope y'all like this. I just love the colors and patterns in this designer paper. If you did get the stamp set, which is now sold out, that matches it, it's a really cool stamp set as well to be able to make images that match with these images. But I think the stamp set matches it pretty good as well if you have to substitute something, and probably lots of other stuff as well. There's the second card. Thank you, Martha. Thanks, Stella. Thanks, Lori. Okay, one more card. The last one is different. I think we're not using the punch. Grab these pieces. We're doing some coloring. Some butterflies. Memento black. Some white crinkled seam binding. Thank goodness not retiring. And I'm using the other flower image that comes in the set, which has 3 stems, 3 flowers. They're kind of like tulips. I don't know what they're supposed to be. And there's leaves on each stem as well. And then the greeting says, thank you for everything. And thank you is the bold, and for everything is below it in cursive. That really pretty cursive font. The pieces for this card, the card base is Night of Navy, 5.5 by 8.5. So I'll just fold that in half. As a reminder, to be entered to win these 3 cards, you can just comment on the video on Facebook or YouTube. You can also share the video and then comment that you shared for a second entry. And of course, I just appreciate you guys. Anything you do helps me, like clicking a like, you know, tab, whatever those are called, the like thing. Following me, subscribing, all that stuff helps me. So thank you very much. Okay, the next layer on this card is Calypso Coral, 4 by 5 1/4. Then we have a piece of the designer paper that is 3 3/4 by 5. This one is a white base with the little stylized flowers in Bumblebee and Calypso Coral, and their leaves and stems are Night of Navy. It's groovy, right? Very kind of 70s to me. Then I have a piece, this is also a horizontal card, a piece of Night of Navy that is 2 3/4 by 4.5. And then the piece we're going to stamp on is basic white. It's 2.5 by 4 1/4 to go on that navy. So I'm going to grab scratch paper for this one because I'm going off the edges. And Memento black ink first. Well, actually, I think I'll do my greeting first. That would be smarter. And my greeting will be in Night of Navy. So this is, you know, on laying in front of me as a horizontal shape, sorry. So in the top right, I'm going to stamp thank you for everything. Really far away from it, so hopefully that's positioned okay. Yeah, not bad. Now I know where I want to stamp these flowers. So I will ink them up in Memento Black ink, which is a water-based ink. Also, it's a firm stamp pad, so you can actually press hard on it. You want to press gentle on all of our other stamp pads, except for StazOn. And I will stamp the flowers higher over here to the left, and then re-ink and stamp a second time to the right, lower, because it's below the greeting. So that's why I needed to stamp my greeting first. And then I color them in with Stampin' Blends. So this is Memento is a water-based ink. That's important to use with alcohol-based markers, which are our Stampin' Blends. They're alcohol-based. I'm just using that for something else. And I'm a hot mess. Yeah, so that's all I need to say. Then the blends come in light and dark. So Saffron, Just Jade, and Calypso Coral. I'm making this, there's basically a larger flower and then two smaller ones on each set. So I'm making these smaller flowers be So Saffron, yellow. And so I'll take my dark and just put it on the lines that Stampin' Up has drawn where shadows might be. And then I color over the entire thing with light, including on top of the dark area to blend it together. You can always go back and add more dark. And then if it's too dark and you need to blend it out, you go over that with light. I don't like to color the dark on too many sections at a time, because if the alcohol ink dries, it doesn't blend as well. So small sections at a time. And I'm using the fine point, which I almost always use because I'm just not coloring big enough images, and I don't control, probably partly because I need to put on readers and see what I'm doing. And then I just don't control that big brush tip end as well. But to me, either brush tip end will give you the same look on your end project, as long as you can control it well. Then these two larger flowers, since I stamped it twice, will be Calypso Coral. So look, I wanted to show you this on purpose. I've shown y'all my blend storage before, and I have cases. I have 7 or 8 cases that have a ton of blends in them, almost 20, I don't remember, in each one. And out of all my blends, probably 5, maybe 10 of all the ones I have done this to me. Where when I pull off the lid, it's so, I don't know if the lid's so tight or this didn't get attached well enough, that it actually pulls off the brush tip with the lid. I have a fix though. I just have these, I guess they're called needle nose pliers. I don't know. I actually stole them from my husband a long time ago for some other stamping thing I was doing. And I just keep them in my drawer now for when I need them. Because I cannot pull this off. I'm not strong enough to separate these just with my hands. So I take these pliers, you know, they have that grip on them. And I grab that black part. And now it gives me enough strength to pull that lid off. And then I put this back in. Now, our blends are not refillable. We don't sell that refill ink. So there's really no need to get in there as far as I know. I have a couple of blends that do that. So if that happens to you, I've never reported it to Stampin' Up because it's literally just been a couple. You know, I mean, a couple considering the volume that I purchased. And so I've never reported it. I just keep using them with my little tool there. So tip, in case that's ever happened to you or it does in the future. Now you can report defective product to Stampin' Up, and I do that when it happens and it's necessary. I just don't think that, for me personally, that's not to worry about. I'm going to blend this a little bit more in that dark area, this Calypso Coral, because it was a stronger color. So I'm coloring dark in the shade on those lines, basically the shadow. And then when I go over everything with the light, I'll just bring this up to the camera real quick. It doesn't, and you may want this look, but it doesn't blend out as much instantly like the So Saffron did. But if I just go over it with my light until I'm happy with it, it makes those lines disappear, yet you still have dark there. So hopefully that makes sense. These do bleed through to the other side. You can go back and add more dark, go back and lighten. You can lighten with the color lifter, etc. So there, you can get way more artistic than me is the point. And you can also mix colors. You don't have to stick with jade and jade. You can mix colors that don't even match, like a red and yellow, or you can mix different greens with different greens and all that stuff. It doesn't mess up these markers, which is awesome. Something about the alcohol, they don't like bleed together. I don't even understand that science or whatever it is. But there we go. So pretty. So all colored in. I've also seen people use this set and like use markers or omit the flowers and just use the stems and put these flowers on top. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. Needle nose pliers. Thank you, Nancy. What did I know there was a better name. I said something else. Are the butterflies retiring? No, not retiring. Who asked that? Brenda. These are in the mini catalog, but even from that, they're going to carry over to our new catalog. Thank you, Martha. Martha says, I'm glad you showed that. I know, because you never know when it's going to happen to you. Like, you might be like, oh, that's never happened. And then like 2 weeks later, you're like, darn, now it happened. Roseanne, I always use a rubber band around the cap to easily remove. Hands aren't what they used to be. That's a good tip. I know. I have like severe carpal tunnel. That's a whole thing, but I have it cured. I can cure y'all if you have carpal tunnel, but that's another story. But when I'm not eating right and my hands act up, I know what you mean. Like my hands are weaker, and I've always just been a weak person, like physically. So thank you, Virginia. Thanks, Jean. Okay, let's put this one together. It's pretty simple now. I did have this dark night of navy marker out for a reason, but not to color these images with. It's for my ribbon. So I'm like over here looking at my sample, like what should I do first? The ribbon does go around these two base pieces, the coral and then the designer paper. So let me attach those together. Is it my usual long today? And then, so I have our basic, or our whisper white, they call it, crinkled seam binding. And I'm going to tie it in a bow around the bottom here, but I want to color it. So I'm just going to sort of tie a loose bow there so I can see how much approximate ribbon I need so I don't have too much waste. So I made that to see how much ribbon I need. And now I have the white crinkled seam binding. I'm just going to color it with a Stampin' Blend. That's what's great. What's also great about alcohol markers is that they dry extremely fast. When you color things with them, they also don't bleed as the way like a water-based ink would. Just use the flat side of your brush tip end, not like this straight down. You don't want to fray the ends of your brushes. You always want to color gently like this, not straight. Don't press. Like if you see that tip bending, alert. But anyway, for this especially, you want to do the flat side because you get more coverage at one time. This is the dark night of navy because I want this ribbon dark. Usually I use the light blends for this, and it dries super fast on the ribbon. If you grab it immediately, you will get some ink on your fingers, but otherwise it dries super fast. And you can always, or you should probably always check it when you think you're finished and just see if you missed a spot. I see a little white edge right on there and here. Not that anyone else would notice that, but you know, we might. Also on the blends, they dry out quickly just in general because they're alcohol based. So put the lid back on as soon as possible. My comparison there is a Sharpie. Sharpies infuriate me, even though I love them, because they dry out so fast. Well, now I know they're alcohol based, and put the lid on between Sharpie use as well. I'm looking for my tweezers. Here they are. Okay, so I have my ribbon colored Night of Navy, and I said this already, but yay, this ribbon is not retiring. And I'm going to tie the bow on the left side here toward the bottom. I think I'll scooch it down after I tie this, maybe. So reverse tweezers, flip my project upside down. I do have some navy on my finger, by the way. And tie that bow. Oops. Luckily, that worked out, but I did not give myself enough ribbon on one side. Just trim that to match. Okay, and I do think I want this bow lower. It's basically I'm going to attach those stamped and colored flowers to the navy cardstock. And then that, I need a light background here, that will go above the ribbon. So of course, if you don't rush to glue your base down to your card front, you can still modify that kind of stuff. Yeah, see, I still want it lower. Which you can do a lot easier when you're not making a video. Like that. Yes. And then the stamped portion will go on with dimensionals. So mini, I'll do about 6, I think. You do whatever you think. We do sell larger dimensionals. They're called regular, but I like the minis. And then let me attach this to the card base. You don't need to use too much of your Stampin' Seal because it's super strong. So don't waste it. It's going to hold it, even in Texas where it's all humid. Okay, so these are the brushed brass butterflies. Brenda asked, they're in the mini catalog and they will still carry over to the annual. But I have and that's a full pack. I have another partial here. And these are basically adhesive backed brass butterflies. There are 2 sizes in each pack, small and large. I placed a large one over there on the right, and then I'll do 2 small ones toward the left side. Like that. These go well. These butterflies go well with so many different products. I mean, not products, but stamps, styles, designer papers, etc. I do like my bow a little bit better on this card, but just because, like, sometimes the bows come out better on my first one I made. Isn't that pretty? Now, you get a chance to win these 3 cards. I always do. If there is a better version, that's the one I give away. I'm looking at these. Yep. So you have a chance to win these 3 cards by commenting on the video. I don't do a big winner announcement. We just tag that person and then mail them their cards. We tag them in the video they commented on. If I don't have your address, then I send you a Facebook message. Lately, I've had everyone's address, even like Rhonda won. She was picking up something from my house, so I put it in her packet. But anyway, so we're getting caught up on our winners. I have a helper. And we do give them away, but I just don't do the big announcement because if that doesn't tie me down in case I get behind. I'm looking for the lid for this and it's disappeared on this table. So there are today's cards. Thank you, Cindy. Now I do have some other stuff I'm going to share real quick, but obviously, if you don't want to stick around, you don't have to. Thank you, Terry. You're very sweet. Let me show Terry's comment. You're so sweet. I appreciate you, Terry. Ham loves the colors. I agree. They're, I mean, you know, all credit to the designer paper. Thank you, Della. Thanks. Jean says, pick me. Yes. And that's on Facebook and YouTube. So wherever you're watching, and you can comment on replay. We do the drawings approximately 2 weeks after. So to give people lots of time to watch and enter, like people are busy. You don't have time to be watching videos right when they come out and all that stuff, if you're like me. Okay, so what I have is, let me do a couple of clicks here. I want to remind you of some stuff in this catalog. So stamping, we're finished. If you have to go, I understand. Always. But I have some pages here I want to point out. So I was talking about this earlier. So I went through my book a couple of days ago and I marked I marked retiring a long time ago. I marked what is sold out with a red X. Just realized I'm not in focus or not in camera. So red X sold out, like a wish for everything, gone. As far as we know, for good, although there was a case where my stamp set, Create with Friends, sold out. It was on the sold out list. Then it came back for one day. Now it's sold out again. And I know my friend Alejandra had that happen with a set she was planning on using. But I rechecked today and it's still standing. What I marked sold out is sold out. These stamp sets are going fast. So and I told you this earlier, when I went through it the first time, I'm trying to find one of them, I wrote low next to anything that said low inventory. And when I went back today, these must be new ones. Most of those were sold out. So here we go. Page 30, In Bloom, low inventory. If you want In Bloom, get it now. There are dies that go with this, but anyway. 31. Light-hearted lines, low inventory. Get it now. See, Dress to Impress sold out. Page 32. Which one? This one. Sweet Ice Cream, low inventory. And it's discounted to $13.60, but it's low inventory. That indicates it's probably going to sell out really quickly. Page 37. Daisy Lane is low inventory. Oh, look what's on the previous page. Sold out. Create with Friends. Sad. Hope you got it. Daisy Lane, low inventory. I have to look at this little messy sticky note. Page 46. A Good Man is low inventory. The hat one sold out, by the way. A lot of stuff sold out. I'm not showing all that right now. So these things, you know, you might think you have time, but then boom, it sells out. Because some of them went on, like my stamp set, I checked it because I was actually going to use it for today's video. It was just available. Then Sunday it said low inventory. Monday it said sold out. And there's been others like that as well. Mine's just an example I have in my head because I was tracking it. Hippo Happiness, low inventory, page 62. Page 76. Which one? Positive Thoughts is low inventory. Of course, these are sold out. Page 86. 86. Senior Years, low inventory. Look, the badgers sold out. The animals are always going to sell out quick, I think. Senior Years is low inventory. Page 90. And this is as of this morning. Things could have been added since then. This is, of course, a constantly changing list. But Festive Foliage on page 90 is low inventory. Also, Evergreen Elegance, page 91 is low inventory. This stamp set was so popular in the holidays last year. Mainly the set, even over the punch, but it is a bundle. But it's a gorgeous Christmas stamp set. So it's low inventory as of this morning. Sorry if anything sold out already. 102. Now, if you're a demonstrator, you know you get a discount on any prices, including sale prices. 102, To the Moon is low inventory. I think that's a great stamp set. But anyway, two more. 116. Again, this was as of today, so things changed minute by minute. Art in Bloom on 116 is low. And then even our host sets aren't safe. On page 170, Prince and Princess is low inventory. That is only available if you place an order of 150 or more, or have a party of 150 or more. Then you can choose any of these host gifts with your host selections. So all of these host things are retiring, but that Prince and Princess is low inventory. Then on accessories, that Misty, I got the page number down. Misty Moonlight ink refill is sold. Well, it shows not orderable. So that we don't know if that means it's coming back or not, but that ink refill is not orderable right now. Magenta ink refill is low inventory. Just Jade and Bumblebee ink refills are sold out. And in case y'all didn't notice, the in color Stampin' Blends are discounted. So you can get Cinnamon Cider, Just Jade, and Misty Moonlight for $7.20, and Magenta Madness is only $5.40. So you can get those colors, like I just used Just Jade today on my blends. And you might even get a couple since they're not refillable. Now, if you keep them closed and sealed up, they last a really long time. So you don't really, I mean, yeah, I'm sure 5-10 years down the line, if you've never touched it, it could dry out. But in general, just being closed up doesn't dry them out. It's when you open and use them. Anyway, and then I wanted to just point out one more thing in this book. These pages here. So page 23, Dragonfly Garden. This is where if you want the bundle pricing, you have to get it before May 3rd. So by May 2nd. This products are carrying over, this punch and the stamp set, but that 10% discount is not carrying over. So Dragonfly Garden, page 27. 27. Friends Are Like Seashells. That is the stamp set and dies. You won't get the bundle pricing in the new catalog. Page 52. Inspired Thoughts. The word stamp set and these gorgeous tree dies. You will not get that 10% off in the new catalog. Page 78. By the way, hopefully I don't have any mistakes in these notes. I'm known to make a mistake. Oh, that's the one I used today. So good that these are carrying over, but the bundle pricing will not. You can get that stamp set and bundle for only stamp set and punch for only $35 right now. In the new catalog, you would purchase them separately, which you can always do that. But anyway, page 81, Plentiful Plants, very popular. And of course, y'all know all the designer papers retiring. But anyway, bundle price $47.50 won't be in the new book. Page 97, I love this one. Artistically Inked, bundle pricing will be gone. Page 98. Oh, this is Color and Contour. I mentioned this one earlier. Thank goodness it's carrying over. But if you want the stamp set, which look, it's a gorgeous stamp set with the dies for 10% off. So for $50.25, you'll want to get the bundle pricing before the new book comes out. See, here's one of my examples. It was low. Now it's sold out. That's the All Things Fabulous. But anyway, 98, then 105. Hand Pen Petals bundle. The bundle pricing will not carry over. 106, Butterfly Brilliance. I made a mistake here, but it's carrying over, but the bundle pricing is not. 109, Hydrangea Haven. I can't believe that's still even a bundle. That came out so long ago, but love it. Gorgeous stamp set. Great dies. Bundle pricing going away. And last but not least, page 110 is Quiet Meadow bundle. you won't be able to get that bundle pricing in the next book. Okay. So those are a couple of tips. I like to do the full catalog tour, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to this time. I don't know. But, make sure you're checking out. Go to my blog to see. Oh, I took it off. But go to my blog, stamptherapist.com, to see the retiring list, because I'll throw this back on there real quick. Is it this one? Yes, stamptherapist.com up there in the top left corner. There's pictures and discount prices. Like this card display is $15. That's half price. The What a Year Memories and More, which I love those. They're so cute. Only $5. The hand pen Memories and More, $6. The cards and envelopes for hand pinned are only $8. Some, what is this, in color markers, only $12. So lots of discounts, but also just what's going away that you might want and like. We have some decorative mask discounts. Of course, all the designer papers are retiring. I think a couple are discounted. That's a really good deal for In Good Taste, only $12.60 instead of $21. In the Wild, $6.90. Pansy Petals, $9.20. Here's our In Sweet Symmetry. So cute. By the way, you can also just use these as color coordination ideas. Tip. Just go look at these colors they've listed and use those ideas. More discounts. Euro Peach is only $9.20. Some of these 6x6s are, well, actually all of them are $6.90 instead of $11.50. Those are 6x6. Lots of our specialty papers are retiring and or discounted. So check it out. I was saying about the blog is there's pictures there. So it's a little easier than just looking at a list, unless you go through a mark your book like me. That really puts it in perspective as to what's, okay, it's serious. What do I need? Like Just Jade and gold ribbon. So pretty, so soft. Makes the best bow ever. And it's only $4.80. Here's those bumblebee trinkets. They're only $6 right now. Of course, you can get a free pack from me, but you can also purchase them while supplies last for $6. And again, don't forget, everything that's has an R is while supplies last. And it may last the whole time and it may not. We don't know. We just don't know. Lots of punches are discounted. So just check it out. And let me know if y'all have any questions. I appreciate you tuning in. Let me see. Oh, don't want to do that one. Remove this. There we go. So I'm going to check your comments real quick here. Ramona, I'm glad you have my stamp set as well. Thank you. Thank you, Pat. Yes, she said she fell in love with this paper this year. I know, it's great paper. The Sweet Symmetry designer paper. Hope they never get rid of navy, most versatile color. Currently, it's a basic, so hopefully that's a good sign for navy. And we're not having a color change. I'm sure everyone knows this by now. We're just getting 5 awesome new in colors with lots of new in color products, by the way, in the new catalog. Lots of new products, which some might be delayed, but that's a delay. That's not a not coming. Terry, I know. I was bummed too. I think most of the $1 Million sets retired, if not all, but I'm not sure. So yeah. Thanks, Pat. Yes, Pat. See you Saturday. Lots of team. We're getting together Saturday for a Stampin' Up event. We're combining it. I'm like, where's the camera? With our team meeting. But then we'll get to view a 3-hour Stampin' Up event all about this new catalog. Yay. And like I said, we got a stamp set and we'll get to see stamping demonstrations and all that. Plus just getting together. We're actually doing a team dinner and a movie that is optional that I'm really looking forward to Saturday as well. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Current denim ribbon. Yes, definitely denim would work. I'm using denim for something else coming up. that's announced tomorrow. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. Oh, I see Chris is here. Thank you. I mean, hello, Chris. Thank you. Thank you. Needle nose pliers. Yes. Awesome. Gianne. Yes. Next sampler. I'm excited as well. All right. Well, everyone have a great day. I'll see y'all next week. We should be good to go for Thursday at 9 a.m. Central. Comment on the video to get entered to win these 3 cards. Share the video and comment that you shared to get entered to win these 3 cards. And if y'all have any questions, you know where to email me or Facebook message me. Make sure you sign up for my email newsletter and all that stuff. I'll see y'all later. Thank you. Bye.